Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Buckeye Politics. Today, we are going to be looking at some Senate races as we have some brand new polls coming out of the states of Ohio and Montana. These are two key Senate races that could decide control of the Senate in 2024. Both of them are held by Democrats, but many people believe Republicans are likely to flip them. But before I get into talking about those, I would first want to ask if you're new to like and subscribe. So let's start in the state of Ohio. As you can see here, Sherrod Brown currently leads in the polling aggregate by about 3 points on 538. However, that is changing as recently there have been two polls over the last 2 days that have came out, one from ActiVote and one from RMG Research, that have Bernie Moreno, the Republican challenger, leading by 2 points. They're both on Wikipedia as well. And these results are huge because as you can see here, Sherrod Brown leads heavily in polling. This is the first two polls that have Sherrod Brown losing, actually. And this is important to note because if we go back to 2018 in Sherrod Brown's Senate race, where he won by about 7 points over Republican Jim Renacci, there was not a single poll that Sherrod Brown was down in. He led in every single poll the entire cycle. And he actually underperformed the polls by a couple of points as well. You can see he led by 10, 14, 10, 9, but he ended up only winning by about 7. So the fact that Bernie Moreno is polling fairly well, leading by about 2 points in these recent polls, is probably going to continue to gain in the polls as the Republicans are actually outspending Democrats in Ohio over the rest of the cycle, is a very good sign for his chances of winning. As you can see here, we have a map of the Senate in 2024 and which states are currently held by which senators. If Republicans flip Ohio, that gets them to 50. We can also pretty much flip the state of West Virginia right off the bat. Joe Manchin is retiring. Jim Justice is a popular governor. He is running for that seat. West Virginia is a very Republican state. Going to be an easy flip. So that already gets Republicans at 51 seats. But even if, hypothetically, let's just say Bernie Moreno loses, Sherrod Brown has a great comeback, there is the state of Montana, which Republicans already lead sizably in on 538's polling average. Tim Sheehy, who is the Republican nominee, leads by almost 4 points over Jon Tester. The only poll Tester has led in recently was almost 2 months ago, where he led by 5, and that exact same pollster came out with a new poll just today that has Tim Sheehy up by 7 now. Republicans in Montana are spending a lot of money running a solid campaign. Tim Sheehy is a solid candidate. At this point, I would be stunned if Republicans lose Montana. I think Sheehy is probably more likely to win by 7, 8 points than he is to lose the seat. Tester seems to be kind of giving up the way he's running his campaign. If that were to happen, or Republicans flip this seat, Republicans would be at 51. So Montana, Republicans lead in the polls heavily. They flip that, and West Virginia, which is basically a guarantee, they have the Senate. They also flip Ohio, where things are starting to look very good with Bernie Moreno. That gets them to 52 seats. That gives them a decent majority. It's more than just one seat, obviously. It helps get Trump past some of his agenda if he were to win. It also makes some of the rhinos, the Republicans who may be more willing to vote with Democrats. It also gives them less of a chance to mess things up. So all in all, based on the polling and the data we have as of now, still about a month out, so a lot can change. The Republicans' odds of taking back the Senate looks very good. So with that, thank you for watching this video. Please be sure to like and subscribe for more.